Hello and welcome back to Fizz Entertainment. This time for my first return to a series, we'll be doing 3 of those, pretty much for the Halloween week. Now a lot of these films I've already seen, finally getting around to actually reviewing them. So for this one, let's do a good introduction. You play a good game, boy. But now the game is finished. Now, you die. And I got this little guy right here. If you guys can't recognize what this is, then you're missing out on a very, very good sci-fi horror film franchise. And I'm talking about the newly re-released Spear Collection of Phantasm. Now, what makes this different from the previous box set? Well, what makes it different is it's still the same 1.78.1 Phantasm remastered 2007 version of the movie. Actually, don't take back. 2016, yeah, 2016 version of the film. It still is the 2016 version of the movie, but like it had in theaters, not on home video, but in theaters, it finally has a 7.1 Dolby Atmos sound presentation on the first film. Well, I'll take the box out and kind of show you it. It's kind of done in sleeves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Any bonus material disc. Yep, it has a Dolby Atmos sound presentation. It is the same 4K scan from the remaster. And the box set comes with this replica. Now this is actually made mostly of plastic, but as you can see, it looks like the real thing. They crafted this replica literally from Don Costarelli, the director and filmmaker of the film series. He directed literally every freaking movie. They used his own props that he had hanging around to actually make this. So this is a exact replica of the original prop used in the first film. So it may not be made of metal, but this is the best you're going to get. Definitely cool. It would have been nice if they actually had the drill in the middle, but it's nice to have the knives and stuff like that. And it has a little stand you could put it on. I have it in the living room, or should I say theater room. Alright. Well, I don't really need to do a plot synopsis, but I will do a quick one, I guess. Phantasm takes place in 1979. It is about 3 friends who, after coming to terms, having to deal with one of their friends dying, the youngest one of them discovers that the caretaker at the cemetery is not all who he seems, but instead he wants to dig up graves and enslave the dead and turn them into zombie-like mutants. It crushes their bodies down into the size of dwarves. In that this mysterious tall man is obsessed with this boy. It's up to the boy's older brother and his good friend Reggie to protect him from this mysterious tall man. Full of action, adventure, science fiction, fantasy in sheer terrorizing horrors. Phantasm is a horror film like no other. And re-experienced in its ultimate way in the 4K scan with Dolby Atmos presentation in this box set. Now let's talk about the first time watching the film theatrically, because the last time I reviewed this movie back in 2019, I believe. Maybe 2018. I didn't watch it theatrically back then when I originally reviewed it, and it was in a different box set, in a different presentation. This film is a much, much, much bigger movie when you watch it theatrically. And you got to remind people that I actually have a actual legit cinema just over here in the theater area of the room. And so yeah, definitely got the full-on theatrical experience with the film, and I just think that it adds a lot more to the film. Makes it a bigger movie, makes it more special, makes it more personal. It's like you have a relationship with the film. Well, that's all there's to say about Phantasm. Oh yeah, the Dolby Atmos. Is the Dolby Atmos worth it? For what they do, yes, it is worth it. At times in the film, when it is appropriate, these guys are flying around the ceiling. And you can hear them above your head and around you. So, worth it. Definitely worth it. So, if I were you, I would watch Phantasm. Unless you want to. Deal with one of these brain sucking you. For the tall man awaits out there in the shadows. I'll see you guys next time for my next review. Until then.